Hey, what is happening, you haunted hippowdons? Today, coming at you with some Deoxys VMAX action. It's got that protective DNA ability that says all of your Pokemon take 30 less damage from your opponent's Pokemon V-Star's attacks, and then it attacks for only 160 damage, but it also heals 30 damage. So between the protective DNA from the Deoxys and the damage reduction from the Radiant Guard with the Loving Veil, which reduces the damage we take from V Pokemon by 20, it becomes quite the tank that can basically 2-hit KO all the relevant Pokemon in the format. And we do play a 4-4 line of it because the protective DNA ability stacks. So if we get 4 Deoxys VMAX in play and we get hit by an Arceus, we're taking a reduced 120 damage from the Deoxys and then reduced 20 more from Radiant Guard. So we're taking reduced 140 damage, and then we heal 30 damage, and on top of that we play other healing cards in this deck like Hyper Potion, and we can even increase the massive HP of the 330 more with some big charms. We got 2 big charm in here as well. The other cards I'm going to mention is we are being powered up by the Arceus, so Starbirth is our V-Star power of choice for most situations, because we don't really have another V-Star power in here anyways, and Trinity Nova is what we use in the early game to set up. So we got a 2-2 Arceus in here to set up our horde of Deoxys, and I've got 1 Espeon VMAX in here, really good against Giratina to shut down that Star Requiem, and also solid against any of the Lost Zone decks that play Sableye as well. And the other funny card you might have noticed is the Wyndham Stadium. I couldn't come up with a better stadium to run in here, so I've been running the Wyndham Stadium, which says when we evolve one of our Pokemon to a VMAX, one of our Vs to a VMAX, we heal 100 damage. And it's actually been pretty clutch so far. We set up a ton of Deoxys V in play, and because of the protective DNA of our initial Deoxys VMAXs, it protects them from getting KO, but sometimes our opponent brings them up and just kind of hits them for damage, and then we're able to evolve those Deoxys V into Deoxys VMAXs with Wyndham Stadium in play and heal 100 damage from them, and then we're not evolving like a damaged 2 prize Pokemon to a 3 prize Pokemon, making it like an easy 3 prizes for our opponent to take. So the Wyndham Stadium has actually been pretty clutch. We definitely need some kind of stadium in here to bounce like Path to the Peak and stuff like that, so we need some kind of stadium. I put the Wyndhams in, they've been clutch, and that's the deck. So let's go ahead and let's play some games with the Deoxys VMAX. Also, if you want to get some more gameplay with this deck from me, check out the secondary YouTube channel AzulGG2, link in the description for that. Let's go ahead, let's get into it. All right, here we go. I did win the coin flip, so that does mean we will get to go first, and we're going to be looking for a turn 2 attack with an Arceus. This hand doesn't have much of anything going on though, so we need some kind of top deck. We'll see what it is though. Should we get? Ooh, research. Okay, so that's not too bad because we can Fog Crystal, grab ourselves the Deoxys. We did prize 2 Deoxys. That's not good. Throw it down, give it a big charm, give it an energy, and pass over to my opponent. So yeah, actually that's not terrible. It was a pretty good top deck. We could have also top decked that next turn. Could have top decked something like a Bidoof this turn, which would have been a little bit cooler to have top decked. But we'll settle for it. All right, so my opponent's got a Sobble. So usually that means Palkia. It's like the only Inteleon deck actually anymore these days. And it is the Palkia, of course. Now the thing about trying to attack next turn though is going to be pretty tough because we only play 2 switch cards. And I mean, some of them could be prized as well. So that's like a thing. So unlikely probably to attack next turn. We need the VMAX and a switch. Getting the VMAX, not going to be as difficult. Getting the switch seems like it might be a little bit of a task. We'll see what our top deck is, of course, and where that kind of leads us. But yeah, could be slightly difficult to actually get off an attack next turn. We'd love to get off attack next turn, but it might just not happen. My opponent's got a super good start here. Ninja Reset even. And then the Keep Calling is going to be happening. The Keep Calling is going to be happening on this next turn. Get a bunch more Sobbles in play. And only the 1 Palkia, but it's not something we can really take advantage of, even though they only have the 1 Palkia in play. We can't just go like knock it out next turn. Our deck's not capable of doing that, so yeah, the reset on the Greninja is interesting. You don't see that happen very often. Their hand must have been pretty bad, to be honest. Like, I don't know why you'd ever do that unless your hand is like absolutely terrible. Oof, another double turbo not top deck, not great. It does make me want to consider just like throwing that here. Maybe I will do that. I kind of just like don't plan to attack this turn, so now I can like Hyper Potion it, and I got the switch, of course, and nothing else. I can Hyper Potion next turn. All right, I'll throw another Deoxys down and pass over to my opponent. If they really want to knock out my Guardy, they can go for it. We are hoping on a top deck a little bit here, but I'm kind of fine with that. It's not that big of a deal. We did get this, yeah. So I could have attached a Psychic, and then if we get the switch, we attack. I like the idea of this play a little bit better because it's unlikely we get the switch and then we can get a Psychic next turn. They hit us and then we can just kind of Hyper Potion the damage they would have dealt to us. Now it looks a little awkward because I did it this way. And the rest of my hand is dead currently. So we're kind of living on a top deck. But I mean, I like the idea of it. Obviously, it did not pan out to go my way, or the way I wanted it to go at the very least. It could have gone a little bit better, but a live and learn maybe kind of situation here. We'll see what they do. They don't have actually that many great options here. They could go for a Gust KO. I think almost KO Gardevoir might be the better play from them. We'll see what they go for. Either way, we're looking for a top deck. Like, no matter what my opponent does here, we're hoping for a top deck of some kind. Ideally, like a Marnie would be nice. Yeah, if we could get a Marnie top deck and they go chase my VMAX on the bench, that would actually be pretty sick. I'd be down for that to be the progression of this board state right here, to be honest. I've also Ultra Ball this turn for a V. I would Arceus V, but it just didn't seem that good. Maybe they're just going to attack us with Inteleon here, which is pretty annoying, to be honest, actually, because I don't actually KO Inteleon even if I get a Psychic Energy, because I'm doing reduced to 40 damage currently. And actually, this doesn't do enough damage anyways. But we would be able to heal the 20 damage they would ping to us, so that'd be fine. I have a Choice Belt and a Level Ball. They might be going to chase my Deoxys V here, actually. With the Choice Belt grab, that makes me think that's what they're going for. See what they end up doing. Yeah, this makes me regret more and more putting that double turbo there. But like losing a double turbo sounds even worse. I don't know. It's like there's no good, almost no good call there. Maybe it was a mistake on my part, though, overall. All right, we'll see what they got here. They will have to also, they haven't used the Supporter yet, so they could still Melanie here if they wanted to. Good boss. There's a lot of things they could, they've seen a lot of cards with Shady Dealings, so they can do a lot of things. So far, they've done nothing, though. Hard to treat. It looks like they might be settling for the KO on the Gardevoir. Or they put this Choice Belt down, so it makes you think they actually have Boss here instead, actually. Because I don't know why you'd put the Choice Belt there, unless... I don't know why you put the Choice Belt there unless you're going to Boss. I actually respect the KO on the Gardevoir here. It does reduce my damage for a little bit. Or increase the damage that they deal a little bit. I guess they're removing a Pokemon from play, so it's about the same thing. So I guess boss play is probably what we're looking at here. And I'm not doing the math, but I assume they can KO the Deoxys V. Actually, the more I'm thinking about it, I don't think they can. They're probably going to bring up my Deoxys VMAX and smack it, which makes my play seem that much better that I put the extra... They're just still going. All right, fully chain out the Drizzles. Love to see it. You don't actually love to see it. I'm joking. Yep. Use all your Shady Dealings now, so when I Marnie you have none left. This is a optimal play right here. Let's do it. What are they getting here? Why are so many dealings being dealt? That's a Marnie. No way. Are they at the end of this turn playing Marnie on me? Okay, they have the boss. I was like, there's just no chance. They don't even KO this, though. Yeah, they just kind of smack it. They do quite a bit. Not enough. There's an Arceus. Throw that down. I don't want to switch into this so I can actually use a Hyper Potion. Or maybe I should just let this get KO'd. Maybe that's the play. I'm going to go with that. Bench Arceus. I'm just going to let them KO this. They could have Quick Shooting, net Quick Shooting. That's like the only thing I'm thinking of that like, would be annoying. But I think it's like the only thing they could have that would be annoying. But now this is going to like mess up my... Yeah, having 2 double turbo here was definitely just like a big mistake. It's just like backfiring so hard. It's like not good. Second Shady Dealings. Okay. So big plays coming in potentially from my opponent. We'll see. It is backfiring pretty hard, though. I'm not going to lie. That's most of, if not all of their Shady Dealings used, though. They just don't have any dealings to be dealt left. They're going for double cross switcher now. They literally brought... they had to assume they were KOing my Deoxys. They must have just messed up the math. Like, bring up my Deoxys. Like, all right. Now the double cross switcher comes out. Now they're going after my Gardevoir. Okay. I assume they're going to hit the Gardevoir and then ping this for 20. That's a reasonable play. I can evolve it, though. I can evolve it. And hopefully I can evolve it with Wyndham in play. Ooh, the Leon. That still doesn't KO my Gardevoir, though. Gardevoir is still alive. All right. We're still kicking. Let's see what we can do. Starbirth. I think I'm actually going to grab Wyndham. plus Marnie. Yeah. Wyndham plus Marnie. Wyndham, switch. Then Marnie. Gonna hope for an evolution and an energy. Evolution, no energy though. Be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed. I'm pretty disappointed by that, to be honest. All right, go ahead and cap out. Oof, no Deoxys left. I guess we just fail this. And pass. Next time we can switch and attack with Arceus, I guess, and get rid of this Inteleon. I still feel like we're in a pretty good spot, despite all of this, which has led us into a pretty, like, just everything feels bad and awkward. Despite everything feeling bad and awkward, I feel like we're still in an okay spot, to be honest. My opponent's on 0 prize cards. I don't have a draw supporter, so that's not a good thing, but... Oh, that actually KO'd? I thought they would have also have to ping it with the Inteleon. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we can switch and knock out this Inteleon next turn. Finally set up some energy in play on my Deoxys. And then, yeah, I think we still got a shot in this one for sure. Everything's really tanky. Definitely still in it. Definitely still in it. Don't have many options available to me right now, but I'm feeling okay. Just need to draw into a draw supporter at some point, and that'll get us into our hyper potions, and we should start rolling from there. Reset their Inteleon. Palkia's in play. There's no way they use... I'm actually going to be pretty disappointed in my opponent if they use the Shady Dealings Inteleon. Like, what else could you possibly need this turn? It seems impossible that there would be something that they would actually want this turn. Something more to want. They've done it all. They've used it all. They've done it all. Seen it all. They just used it. There's no way. What could you possibly want here? I can't think of a single thing that they could possibly need this turn. Escape rope, canceling cologne. Okay. What are they doing? 160, 90. No, I think we're gonna be. I think I can beat escape rope, canceling cologne. I don't think it really does anything. I don't think I'm afraid of that. They play escape rope here. We just send up the Arceus VSTAR. And nope. They just Shady Dealings to Shady Dealings. Oh, can we get the Marnie to punish this overextension though? No. Is the answer. Get our first KO here. Go ahead and throw 1 here, 2 here. Third one. I think I'm gonna put it here. Actually, I want the energy there. It's weird. I don't know where to put it for sure, but it feels like it's gonna be better there. We'll see how this goes. The canceling clone is gonna come in clutch here for my opponent. I think they might be able to get a KO on this one now. I think with the canceling clone play. But if they escape rope, I guess I have to want the big charm if they escape rope though, and that might be tough for them to deal with. We'll see. I might have to go down to like lone Deoxys here towards the end as my final line of defense. I think I'm probably gonna boss KO the quick shooting next turn. I could also boss KO the Sobble, but I feel like reducing their damage output is what I'm most intrigued about trying to do. Reduce their damage. Boss KO on the quick shooting would be my play here. We'll see. Still hopeful for a top deck of some kind, of course. Yeah, still definitely hopeful of a top deck of some kind. Another thing we have to like kind of like play around as well is the... I think we need to kind of play around is Echoing Horn, because that is something that my opponent... To be honest, they got a lot of other stuff in here. They got the double Shady Dealings, they got the Rare Candy. Leon, they probably play 7 energy, so I don't know if they have room for Echoing Horn. The escape rope is also something you don't see very common in these Palkia decks. So I don't even know if they do have the Echoing Horn. I don't even know if they got it. Maybe be a little bit surprised if they do, actually, to be honest. Okay, so they hit us for 140. Still surviving, still thriving. Ugh. All right, quick ball away, quick ball. Quick ball, but I can actually set this Deoxys up, to be honest. Boss, up to quick shooting. Bench this. Retreat. And we'll go ahead and take this thing out. So they can't ping anymore. The pings are annoying. We're going to cut that off. 1 double turbo left. I'm gonna go with 1 to the fresh Deoxys. We'll see how that goes. I'm like not sure how this is gonna play out. Another Psychic. Okay. Energy. Still a top deck. We still need a top deck. We need to find ourselves a draw supporter. We need some hyper. We need some more options. We're out of switch cards. They have probably just 1 gust effect left in the next 2 double cross switchers. Setting up another Deoxys would be a pretty big deal, I feel like. Here comes the Drizzy. Maybe I gave them... Maybe they can just get the KO here for like free now, though, because I benched a Pokemon. And I put the energy... I didn't put any energy there, though. They might be able to just kind of get the free KO on that. Maybe that is fine. And I just set up the other Deoxys. Well, hopefully set up the other Deoxys. I'm struggling to set up anything right here. That's a good sign. Battle VIP pass off the Shady Dealings. Maybe it's not that good of a sign. They did want to get the quick ball out. That's a pretty good sign. That's a pretty good thing, though. I think that's happening. Might have boss now as well, but they're just going to be setting up Palkias from here on out. Or dealing. They just like using Shady Dealings, to be honest. My opponent just likes using Shady Dealings. Marnie, play it. You won't. You will not play Marnie here. I mean, you will. Please. Free me from this brick. Oh, all right. I'm going to play a little bit harder to get than that. Fine. I could actually attack with this Deoxys this turn with Psychic. Kind of like the idea of that. We only do 90 damage, but I could do it again. And also, like, if I get the VMAX, now I could evolve it and heal through the Wyndham Stadium. If I ever get anything besides these bad top decks. But I could, like, Psychic. The thing is, this doesn't work out too great in my favor, I feel like. Training Court. Don't hate that. So allow me to be a little bit more mobile with my Deoxys now. Okay, I don't hate that. They're running, actually. They're afraid. What are you afraid of? I can't imagine why my opponent is... Do I have any Wyndhams left, actually? I do have my second Wyndham left. Okay. Hit only for 140. Very cool. Fog Crystal. Let's get out of the deck. There's 6 draw supporters left in my deck, and I can't find any of them. 4 Hyper Potions as well. Gosh. All right. More Hyper Potions. Okay. Training Court. Swing and a heal. So many good cards in the deck. Cannot find any of them. Just running around between big poke after big poke. Hoping that this is going to be enough. I'm not too sure it is, though. Not too sure. Yeah, 6 draw supporters left. It's about a third of my deck. So my top deck odds of a draw supporter are very high. We're hoping a research is my top deck here. To be honest, even a Marnie would maybe be a little bit better. I actually don't even know if a Marnie would be better, to be honest. But we need something here. I honestly actually think that my opponent prized a Palkia. I'm pretty sure they prized a Palkia. Yeah, so if we top deck... Oh, wait, so actually, even a Hyper Potion top deck here would probably be all we need. As long as that doesn't KO us, which I'm not doing the math, so I don't know. Okay, it didn't. So a Hyper Potion top deck here would also be a pretty big deal. My gosh, we've done it. We've top decked something for once. All right, we did it. Next drain. Bye. Deal another 30. Have we been able to tank our way through this one? Another Deoxys. That's good. Energy. Not as good anymore. My opponent's had Training Card in play for a while, but I don't hate it. 2 prize cards left. It's coming together here. It's all coming together. Actually, does the Choice Belt do enough? We have 260 HP remaining. They did lose a bench Pokemon there, so actually I think this will... Oh, do they have anything here? They can Roxanne me now. They can Roxanne. That would actually be... That's a Raihan. I was going to say, that would be annoying. Apparently Raihan's what they're going. The Inteleon actually is pretty annoying as well. Not gonna lie, that's a pretty annoying attacker they can set up still. How many double turbo do I have left? 1. I feel like I need to pull off like a Trinity Nova. It didn't KO. I was like, I wasn't sure. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure if this KOs or not. Okay. All right. So we got another Deoxys. Further reduce the damage we're taking. My opponent leaves the Palkia in the active. We do just win the game. So they're not going to do that. And what are they going to do? I hit and they leave the Palkia in the active. They're not going to do that. So what are they actually going to do here? They're going to retreat to the Inteleon. Inteleon's going to KO. I KO Inteleon, but then I lose the game. Palkia comes back up and KOs me. Still, once again, having a lack of options is hurting us. I don't see a good play here. Besides top deck Marnie and hope they whiff. They don't have double cross switcher. Okay. Actually, how much damage would we do? 160. We could win with Zen Shot, which was 60 to okay, but I don't want to like leak this, do I? I can't KO it if I bench it. I'm gonna bench it. I'm gonna attach. Axe Drain. They could Roxanne us next turn. So now if they KO us with the Inteleon, we Zen. Oh, but now they could bench their Manaphy, which I assume they play. They haven't benched it yet. But if they played Manaphy, they would have benched it up at this point for sure. They definitely would have benched it. There's no reason for them not to have benched it. Jeez, what a game. Will the Zen Shot be our savior? That would be absolutely absurd if this all comes down to us winning with a Zen Shot. Oh my gosh, what a grind. This game has been such an incredible grind. Where over a third of our deck remaining is draw supporters. I have just not been able to find draw supporters. There's the retreat to the Inteleon, the attach to the Inteleon. I guess if I had KO'd the Inteleon here, we still could have won as well, because they wouldn't have had 2 energy for the Palkia. So if they go knockout, I attach to Arceus. But Zen Shot is so much cooler. I probably should have attached to Arceus, though, to be honest. I could have benched the Espeon and attached to Arceus. That probably would have been the better play. Oh my goodness, we did it. We somehow got the dub. I guarantee right now my top deck is going to be like a Marnie or something for sure as well. There's no way it's not. Zen Shot from Espeon with the save. Wyndham Stadium. That still would have been pretty nice a little while ago, though. It doesn't matter, though. We get the dub. What a long haul. Took forever, but we get it in the end. Tanking all the way through, just enough HP to close that one out against the Palkia.